Hi, this is Joe Wang here with more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life. Today I'll be talking about fruitfulness in being selfless, because the thing is that sometimes for me I would make decisions based on my own pleasures, my own desires of what I want to do, and not thinking about others, not thinking about the pleasures of others. So today I'll be talking about a valuable lesson I learned. I learned due to having the mistake of being selfish. So the thing is that it's summertime. It's summertime, and for me, summer, one of the main things I'm excited for summer is traveling. Because the thing is, the weather is so nice. It's a beautiful day. It's hot. And the weather's nice. I mean, it's one of those perfect seasons to go out and do stuff. To go out, whether it's day trips or long big trips. It's just a perfect season to do all those different travelings and having fun. Or even just relaxing outside. And the thing was that I ended up taking 2 weeks off. 2 weeks off, kind of like towards the beginning of September, towards the end of August and the beginning of September, 2 weeks off work, to relax and do all those stuff. Great, huh? But the thing is that I knew all along that Tri-City Capernaum Young Life, Fun Life, where I serve special needs kids. I mean, I did make a video about it, so feel free to check it out. But basically, they have a camp. They have a summer camp where the kids are gonna go to camp and go out into a Young Life camp, which is actually Woodleaf, and learn about Jesus. And the thing was that I knew that all along. It was on the schedule. But then the thing was that I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go. I wanted to relax. I wanted to save those days off for myself to plan a trip. And granted, the last 2 weeks, the end of August and beginning of September, I took those days off primarily because me and my friends are going to PAX West, which is a gaming convention, and we get to where the thing is that after the gaming convention, me and my friends are actually planning to continue traveling to explore the PNW, the beautiful, gorgeous Pacific Northwest, and the thing is that, however, we didn't have a plan at that time about how long we're gonna be on the road. And so for me, I was thinking, PAX was just kind of like the Labor Day long weekend. So that means that just in case we want to travel more, I was thinking maybe taking 2 weeks off. So the first 2 weeks of September are gonna be solely for traveling. So solely I won't have work for the first 2 weeks. And the thing was that later on, one of my friends said that, hey, actually we need to be back, after the first week of September, for family stuffs, and I was like, okay, fine, yeah, that's cool, that's perfect. Maybe I'll just swap out, the second half of the days I took off, the second half of vacation, and see if I can move it towards the end of July, so that I can take the Fun Life kids to go to camp, aka actually they're going to camp next week. I said that, and the thing was that my friend notified me, and that was kind of just a few weeks ago, very, 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 very late in advance. And but then it was too late. I found out when I told my area director, said, hey, I'm able to take off those weeks, that week off to go to camp with the kids. My director said, it's too late. We already have the people, we already have the right number of leaders to take the kids to camp. It's too late, too late to tell us about this, And that's when I realized that I was being real selfish, I was being real selfish because I was prioritizing my own enjoyment over my actual commitments. See, because being a leader, you're responsible to do your best to attend all the meetings, attend all the clubs, attend all the meetings, and camp is one of those big events. That's big important events where you take kids to camp and be with them, accompany them as they learn the gospel, as they build in their intimate relationship with God. And the thing is that it's something that I should have taken seriously, that I should have taken in priority, in which I should have set aside those days to go, even though I have to sacrifice those work days, but it's for the kids, And the thing is that I felt like I was being selfish, I was being selfish in not taking those days off for the kids and just taking all my days off work for my own, enjoyment. It's like what people said, about how this is not an excuse, because if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for the kids. Basically what it's saying is that it doesn't matter that you don't feel like doing it. Even if you don't feel like going to camp, like my situation, I don't feel like sacrificing a week to go to camp and just hang out with the kids, even if I don't feel like it, but because I see that the kids will love it, I see that it'll be a great opportunity for the kids to grow in their relationship with God, then I see it's worth it. I believe in this. Then I'll still do it anyways because I love the kids. And that's when I realized that I really messed up. I honestly really messed up. I should have not let my own desires to take 100% of me. Yes, now I'm not saying that you shouldn't have boundaries. Boundaries are important, and that could be a total different, a whole new topic, a whole topic by itself about boundaries. But basically, since I'm a leader, since I love all the kids, since I commit to this organization, it's really important to give my best towards it. I mean, one exception of not going to camp would be like if, for example, like I really have, family issues, I really have family issues or health concerns where I really cannot go, but that's different. I don't have any of those. I just didn't want to go because I didn't feel like sacrificing, some of my own enjoying relaxment, leisure time, and that's not really not an excuse. I really feel like, I should have done better, So yeah, I mean, from this lesson, I feel like from now on, I need to evaluate myself. First of all, I need to really, the most important thing is, to pray really follow, follow what God wants me to do rather than what I want to do, because, and you can never go wrong with that, because the thing is that ever since I realized that I made a mistake, and I admit that I made a mistake, I felt like, going to camp isn't that bad after all. Seeing the kids being joyful, seeing the kids, growing their relationship with God, seeing the kids, or even just getting to know God, or seeing them having fun during their free time, laughing and playing on the basketball fields, or in the game room, shooting pool, playing ping pong, and all those different stuffs. It brings me joy. It brings me satisfaction. It brings all that contentment. Feeling that the kids, that I'm bringing so much joy, to the kids. So yeah, I mean, the thing is that this is all I have for today. I mean, if the thing is that if you're tied in the dilemma of, feeding on your own self, about whether or not to take days off for yourself, whether or not to go on vacation, or doing any decisions whether it's, doing any decisions, think about, how much joy it would bring to others versus if it's just bringing joy to yourself. Are you doing it for others, for yourself, or for, for God and for others as well? Because the thing is, are you doing it for the greater good? That's something that's very, important, very important to make the right, satisfying, decision. Because if you're doing something for others, you yourself will experience, joy, as well. So yeah, this is all I have for today. If you want to know more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.